Okay, so let's get started here with week two. It's important that you understand that this is a very, very important key element to your project. So let's take two seconds to talk about your project. This project is a semester long project or 8 week project, I'm sorry, that is going to encompass the first 3 weeks, which is all of research, technically, all of research methods. So you have a chapter one, you have a chapter two, and you have a chapter three. Chapter one, we get into a little bit later. It's the introduction, it's a purpose statement, research question. You're learning all the steps in this. This translates also to any other class that you're taking. It also translates to your real world experiences at the job. Because if you start to piece it together as this, you will write better. I was a horrible writer when I went into my master's. I came out a good writer by practicing this process on a lot of the things that I do in terms of, introduction, uh, understanding what the purpose of what it is. I may not be writing about it, but if I understand the purpose, now that's my driving force. And you're going to go through these steps. This portion is this chapter two, literature review. We do annotated bibs. You're only going to have to do 4. It's one topic, and I'll get into that in a minute. But going through the overview here, make sure you read in the announcements, read chapter 2 in the textbook. I think the chapter 2 PowerPoint is up. If not, it will be. And watch the annotated video and any other videos that are posted in week 2. Okay, it's just real important. These are very, very crucial to whether you're getting close to doing your capstone if you have to, or you're doing stuff in class. These are the things that you need to know if you decide to go into your master's and or your doctorate. You are fully prepared in your undergrad to continue to work on this to hone it down. So when you get to those upper levels, you're done. Or if you're at a job and they ask you to write a report, you write a report and you write it really, really good, and you look really good to your boss. These all work, and I've had students go into different arenas in their career and say that this helped them become a better writer when proposing something. So it's not just this class, it kind of transcends. Okay. You have a discussion board this week that talks about just basic. Then there are some notes in there. There's a textbook. Use the internet, use whatever. Remember, AI is a friend only until the point that you copy and paste it directly into your paper. Then it becomes plagiarism. Okay. Initial responses due Wednesday. Final responses are due on Sunday. And then we're working on starting to create your first 2 annotated bibliographies. Okay. Okay, there's your discussion board. This is a mind map. So you should already have your topic done. And if you're not, you need to reach out to me and get your topic solidified ASAP. It's on you now. If you don't do it, you can't pass this class. Because if you don't have a topic, you can't work through the rest of the paper. Okay. Once you have the topic, watch this little video and use your mind map and put a topic in the middle. So we're only doing 4, so we're doing one topic. So let's take a topic. Let's talk about let's see. I'm going to jump out of here real quick, and I'm going to go. To the library real quick here. I don't really have to sign in. It may take a second. But what you're doing is you're getting one topic and you're finding 4 articles that go to that specific topic. Now, for some of you, this is review. We start narrow with a topic. We go wide and broad on our literature review. Then we come back to our results and we narrow it down, and then we go to discussion, which we're not doing in this class, our result this, but this idea, it widens out and then you narrow down into fixing the problem. So it broadens out. So it doesn't have to be exactly on your topic. It's on whatever that is that goes to the topic. So it can be, we're going to play with something new and see if this works. So esports. The only reason I'm using this word because I just wrote something on esports. I'm going to hit articles up here, and then I'm going to go here. And when the articles come up, I'm first thing I do is I kind of skim the titles. Okay, so like there's the word event, marketing object, fandom, uh, Twitter ownership, uh, opportunity and equality. These are all key words that you put in that mind map. Okay, so let's go back to the very first one, and then I'm going to show you exactly how you save this. So I'm going to have to minimize because I have to go to my Finder. So let's say that I want to go to this one right here. The first thing I do is I go to my Finder. I'm going to use my desktop. You should be using some kind of a cloud-based thing to save all this stuff in case your computer blows up. There's my desktop. I'm going to create a new file, new folder, and I'm going to call it esports. And then I open esports, and the first thing I do is I make a trash file in this file. And this will make sense in a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the regular esports where it looks like this, and then I'm going to go back to the library. Okay, and then I'm going to hit this word cite. And then I'm going to move this to APA 7th edition. And then, is there a, oh, there it is. Look at that. So what I do here is I now open a Word document, new document, and I'm going to name this real quick, file, save. And then I need to go to desktop. Oops. Desktop, esports. And then right here, I'm going to drop this in and I'm going to put citations. Now, I don't worry about what this is, and I don't know why this comes up on my computer every time, so we're going to cut that out. And then we're going to go back to the library, and we are not going to use this button. We are going to highlight it. And then we're going to copy it. And then we're going to click here, and we're going to hit paste. That is not what I wanted. Try it again.
Yes, I am.
So even I make mistakes. Ready? Copy. Word. Paste. Now it's in there. You see that this is italicized. This is italicized. It has everything. I'm going to teach you a little trick here. Click on the second line. Grab the second line and drive it over. This is now perfect. Okay? Except for one thing which you have to check. You see this colon right here? Okay, the first word of the first part is that I can go up to this a little a, big A, and I can say all lowercase. And then I go here to economy, and I go lowercase. It's done. Or you can just throw it in there and deal with it later. And so you can keep mining. This is called mining. I'm looking for an article. So I close. Now, I look at this and I say, oh, this is a great article. I can hit view full text. Okay. Why do I have to sign in? It's not going to let me sign in. What happened? Is it? Oh, it is. Okay. When you look at this right here, what you're looking for is this thing that says PDF. You want to save the PDF. Okay. So now I have to download it again, but usually before I do that, I highlight the title. Because when I turn things in, I have to give me the title. So now it's on here. Now I can drop it into esports. I hit this little manila folder icon. I go to desktop, esports. Now you see the citations in there. Now I have this one right here. Well, I highlight this and I drop that in there. Now, if I go back to this one, it's sitting right there. Okay. Now, when I go to the library, I do this over and over again until I get about 10 or 15 articles in there. I don't read them. I look to see if it's good. I get it in there. Now I have this. I can do this from anywhere. I don't need the library. It's on your computer. So I can be sitting anywhere. I don't need internet access. That's number one. So now I open it and I read it. I like it. I keep it. If I don't like it, I highlight it and I work my way around until I can move it to the trash file. And it goes in the trash file. Now it's sitting in the trash file. Why? Because you may need it sometime else. Any article that you download, you save. It's either saved in a file with a name on it, or you build a library as you're going along. But if you throw that away, but there's a great something you can use it later, then you're stuck. So that's number one. That's the first big step. So you need 4 articles in one topic. So we went with just straight esports. We got 1. If we found 4 there, we're done. The question is, what is this article? I'm going to bring it up. We are looking for only quantitative articles. Okay? So how do you do that? You slide down to methods. So I can already tell you data collection was done, research, a narrative aggregation. Okay. This is not, they did use a mixed method, but I wouldn't use it because there's no participants. So we go back to the library and we go back to esports and then let's see. View full text. I would already got the site. I would already done this. I go down here and I go to methods, 31 interviews. You see the word interviews right there? This is qualitative. So we don't want that one. So this is the challenge. And the reason why this is a challenge is because I need those 4 to be there because it falls directly in line with the annotated bibliography. Otherwise, you don't have all the material and it's harder to write. This is not supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be challenging. Once you learn it and repeat it, you got it. So basically, you're going to go through all of these and you're looking for something that has statistics on there. And the other videos show if you watch the types of articles video. So we're on EBSCO now, and we're praying that this one loads nice and easy. And it's not, there it is. So sometimes you can see it right there. If not, you're looking down to methods. See, at this moment, I have a feeling that this may or may not be. See where there's no methods yet? If it doesn't have methods, it's not qualitative or quantitative. Okay? This is really long, so I may be wrong. Consumption. So these are really good if you're doing a full paper because it talks about tons and tons of stuff, which is great because you can piecemeal it into whatever you want. You don't have to do the whole thing, but so this is not it. So that is your job. Okay. So, but this is just esports. That's one topic. So the next topic, you might look at fandom in esports. Okay. And when you do that, you may come up with fandom as being your keyword and you find 4 quantitative articles and away you go. But it is broad. So esports has to do a lot with computer gaming. So you could look up computer gaming and talk about how have 4 articles on the attributes of or the benefits of gaming, computer gaming. Okay, so that's the library. And then if we go back here to the classroom now, we have the mind map, and then we have the annotated bibliography. So the next lesson are my notes. There's a whole bunch of notes in here concerning literature review and that you need to read that because it will help with your discussion board, plus the textbook, plus whatever you find. And then I have a series of videos. This is what I just went over. Okay. Grab me Citation Library. I did that too. Types of articles, watch that one. It's real important. Decide what's peer reviewed. So peer reviewed is something that is scholarly. It's not Sports Illustrated. It's not from the internet. It's not from everything. Your 4 articles come from the library, not from internet sources. Okay? And then there's parenthetical and narrative citations. So I'm going to run through that really quick. You need to watch the videos. Okay. A narrative, there's a full citation. And you can go to Owl at Purdue or somewhere else for that. And I might have a new video on that coming up on here soon. But you are going to be perfect when you write your papers. So getting this section is so important. The what you see there are the in-text citations. If you follow what I gave you in the full citation just a few minutes ago, you're going to nail it. Or there's going to be little errors that you have to fix. I'm okay with little errors. It's when you just throw something up there that's MLA or something else when I've given you what you really need. A narrative citation is at the beginning of the sentence, and this is where you're going to start your annotated bibliography. After you do the full citation at the top, your first word is the citation, narrative citation. So it's easy. It's 1, 2, and 3 or more authors. 1 for a narrative is the name, such as Johnson. In parentheses, you put the year of the article. For 2, it would be Johnson and Johnson with A and D. That's how 2. And then in parentheses, you have the date. For 3, it's Johnson et al. Period. E-T space A-L period. And in parentheses is the year of the publication. Okay? If it says no date when you get it off of there, you got to pull the article and look at the top of the article. It's going to give you the date. Okay? One of the flaws, but there's very few flaws in that citation manager. Now for parenthetical, that's the end of the sentence. So you do this, you get to the end and it's still 1, 2, and 3. 1, Johnson. But now it's all in parentheses. So it's open parentheses, Johnson, comma. Let's give a year, 2015, close parentheses. 2, open parentheses, Johnson, ampersand, Johnson, comma, 2015. Okay, close parentheses. Third one, open parentheses, Johnson, space, E-T, space, A-L, period, comma, 2015, close parentheses. If you're using a direct quote with quotations, which we stay away from, paraphrase everything, put it in your own words, okay? Then when you do Johnson and John on any of them, any of the parentheticals, okay, if you are using a direct quote with quotations, right after the 2015, you put a comma, space, P period, space, and the page number and close the parentheses. So let's do a Johnson et al. Open parentheses, Johnson, space, E-T, space, A-L, period, comma, 2015, comma, space, P period, space, the page number, and close the parentheses. And that's for 1, 2, and 3. It's all the same. It's the same parenthetical, but if you put have a direct quote, it goes comma, P period, and whatever the page number, all in parentheses. Okay? That's most of the week. Watch the videos. Become really, really good at this. Okay? There's one other thing that I'm going to post. It's called Little Writing Things. It's something you need to download and have when you're writing. We write in third person, which means we don't use the word I, we don't use the we don't use the word us and them and a few other words. You're not a part of this. You are explaining something, and it's all in the past. That's why it's in the past. Okay? The past means that if you're talking about you personally, you're the primary researcher or student. We're not using student in the paper. It's probably primary researcher. So stay with primary researcher. Okay? So understanding third person, no contractions. You're a big kid now. No contractions. Okay? And then the other one is your job is to look up on Google action verbs. action verbs. Action shows action. So it would be Johnson, 2015%, performed a study. Performed is an action verb. It generally has 9 times out of 10 has an ed at the end. Okay, so those are things that you can find. But I'm going to post that PDF. You can download it, keep it on your computer. It gives you most of the things that students fail at. But understand, we work from perfection. So when you start doing your annotated bibs, they must follow the direct template and fill in the blanks. Everything is paragraphs. So make sure that you watch the video and follow it. Those that don't watch the video and don't follow it and try to turn it in, struggle. I've had over probably 700-800 students come through. 3/4 of them just follow the directions in there and don't try to reinvent the wheel. Post your first 2. Let me make the edits so you understand exactly what it is. You're writing 2 more just like that. That's why they all need to be quantitative. It's going to speed up your process. You're going to understand the process and you're going to be just fine. Again, you can always reach out and call me if necessary. I know this is a little longer, but this is an important section for your career. So understanding these concepts and going through them and making sure you understand them will help you in every aspect. Have a wonderful day.